Brayden Maynard will be a pie for life. Let's talk about it. When you think of Collingwood, you think of their slogan or the motto side by side. And no one better epitomizes or personifies those words other than Brayden Maynard. Someone behind the trenches that is just going to pull you up by the scruff of your neck and know that they always have your back. And Maynard will be an absolute pie for life. So it's just come out that he has signed a 4-year deal with Collingwood that'll see him a pie until 2029 at least. So he'll be 29 at the end of this year, in September this year. So 4 years will take him to about 33 or thereabouts. And you know, then he can start, if he wants to play on, you can start giving extensions like we do to all of our sort of older players. Like, you know, we're going to be doing this year to some of our older players over 30. It's being reported by a couple of the news outlets that the deal is, 4 years, which is definitely being reported by Collingwood, which is a $3.3 million deal over those 4 years, which equates to about $825,000 a year. So if reports are to be believed, that'll put him on about the same amount as Perryman and Dan Houston, around that 800 to 900,000 area. But that is absolutely huge and a huge win for our culture.
Slatted into, but that's just, I mean, they are not giving Fremantle.
By all reports, Brayden Maynard knocked back at least a 6-year, $1 million a year deal from North Melbourne. And, you know, there are a lot of fans, and even I kind of said it, that, you know, you'd be silly not to take that much money at this point in your career. But this guy didn't want to leave Collingwood, and we are forever grateful for that, because he is just such a mainstay and not someone that's only good, you know, on the field, and you know, we love how he plays, but just someone even off the field and what he brings to the locker room. And you see him in the videos when Collingwood do the black and white show and all these club social media videos as well. He's just a great personality to have at the club, and you can see why the Kangaroos and other clubs came so hard for him.
Fox arrived to affect the spoil. Walters just back.
So he sat down with afl.com.au and talked about his contract and his intentions. And there was a couple of things that I wanted to read out that he was saying. So, look, he says here that deep down, I knew that Collingwood was my home and was forever going to be my home. So he knew that he always wanted to stay with the Pies. He even says it a little bit later down here when he was talking to his manager. I don't want to leave, so let's see what we can do. So he does say that he didn't meet with any other clubs, and he doesn't think that he could have because he's too loyal to Collingwood. And that's incredible to hear. Like, he does go on to say that clubs were interested. North Melbourne made a big offer for him, and they were a heavy hitter, and they were really coming hard for him. And, you know, he has that family tie with his brother Corey being at the club, and he liked what they're sort of bringing in Clarko and stuff like that. But he was too loyal to Collingwood, and he knew from the get-go that he was never going to leave. And I love that he didn't meet with other clubs. I think that says a lot about Brayden Maynard, but it says a lot about the culture and the club that we are at Collingwood. And we're starting to become a bit more of a destination club, finally, over the last few years. You know, there was a point where, you know, we were having fire sales on all these players. So how could you bring players in when you're getting rid of all these players? There's no sort of job security there. But then you look at who we're bringing in now, and there's all that talk of a big fish landing a big fish, which is just absolutely insane. And we talked about that in a video previously. So I think this is not only an amazing coup to keep Brayden Maynard to keep Brayden Maynard for 4 years, and, you know, him turning his back on the Kangaroos. But I think it's a really good stepping stone into showing all of these other players who want to come to the Pies, or who are thinking about coming to the Pies, that we look after our own. We don't get rid of players that we don't want to get rid of, right? Unless, you know, they want to leave. But we don't get rid of players that we don't want to get rid of. But Brayden Maynard, 4 years. Let me know your thoughts down below. Until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, double shaggers. I'll swoop you later.